Hey guys, today I will be talking about Pokemon cards and how they progress through the generations. I've got a Charizard here. I don't know what it's from, but this was my first card. I had a Pikachu just like it. I have no idea what it's from, but it's a cool card. I always kind of liked this one. Just not something you see every day. I have the Generation 1 cards. Got a Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Zapdos, and a Mewtwo. Everyone loved these cards. They're what sits in most boxes and basements. Who doesn't love them? Drop the card, sorry. I got Generation 2 cards. Got a Piloswine and Tyrogue. I really like the Tyrogue card because it shows the 3 evolutions. Is the Mamoswine. Piloswine. I like this one because it shows the 2 Piloswine. And I really like how it does that. Well, there is 3 Piloswine, but one doesn't quite look like one. And see here, it's got the 3 evolutions on the Tyrogue. I really like that. That's cool to do. It's neat. Generation 2 cards. 3 cards. I have the Tailo here, which was the bird Pokemon of that game. I have a Geodude and Zigzagoon. What's that? It's not a Geodude? You're right, it's a Ditto. I really like these Ditto cards because they're really quite cool and how they show off Ditto's transformation and his ability to steal their moves. So I always like those cards. If you see any more of those, please post them in the comments. I'd love to see them. Next up, I have the Team Aqua cards. I got a Mantrike. He is the 2000 World Championship 2004. He was in that deck, so that's cool. Then I have a Poochyena. Never a fan of Poochyena. I like Mightyena though. Then I have a Jirachi here. I don't know what the writing in the corner is for. I never understood that. This is a 2005 World Championship card. So please tell me what the writing means in the comments. I've seen them on a lot of cards. Never quite understood it. Next I'm going to be tackling 3 categories in one. I have the Dark category coming up first. I really like the Dark because they had them since the first generation, and it was really cool how they just kept going with it, but it kind of ended after Pokemon XD, when they wouldn't allow you to transfer your Shadow Lugia, which everyone hated. I loved my Shadow Lugia, but I had to purify it to get it. Next I have my Delta species. I have a Dark Nidoking, which is pretty cool because Nidoking's normally normal, so that's almost opposite, because there is no light type, even though there could be a lot of Pokemon that fit in that category for sure. I have an Electric Metagross. This is cool because Metagross is Steel. I really like these type of cards because, well, they're Delta species. Who doesn't like them? They're cool. And one of my favorite cards I own is my Feraligatr that is electric. It's pretty bad condition, but I really liked it because I can honestly say the Generation 2 starters were my favorites. I could hardly choose between them, but I would have to go with Chikorita, then Cyndaquil, then these guys. Next up, I have EX. I have a Metagross EX, which is pretty cool. I really like the EX cards. They didn't do much of a difference, besides make them cards a bit cooler. I have this Medicham EX, 2005 World Championships. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of them. I bought the deck one year. And so, it's pretty cool. Again, you can see it's got the writing in the corner, if you can see it. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. I have the Generation 4 cards. These were cool because they introduced levels on the top. I think everyone really liked that. And they had that little spiel about the Pokemon at the bottom that just kind of explained them and what's up with them. Next, I like seeing these cards, but in battle they were the worst things possible. Level X's. You knew which ones I was talking about. My friends would always use them in battle and just destroy, which isn't really fair. I had a few tricks up my sleeve, so I knew how to take care of them, but it wasn't really fair for everyone. They did a cool job, and they were... I really like having these and looking at them, but in battle I find them very cheap, so that's my opinion. Next up, I have the forms. I have a Deoxys Speed form here. I didn't really like the forms because it introduced a whole new thing into Pokemon. I still can't decide if I like it yet. I know I like the Mega Evolution, and I know that might make me a hypocrite, but it Mega Evolution is evolution. Forms are forms. I like evolution. They could have just made it. I'm. I don't know how else they could have done it. It makes sense that they did it in forms because you can't have an evolution that you go back on. So it makes sense. I have the Galactic Pokemon next, which were, in my opinion, an expansion on Team Aqua's and the different trainers and stuff. Like this one, I really like these because they're cool cards, and they would always be dark. Like, I love my Honchkrow card. That was always in my deck. My Honchkrow G. These were one of my favorite cards that came out. The Trainer X's. My Cynthia's Rayquaza is really awesome, and then my Cynthia's Rayquaza X is even better. So, you can imagine how I felt about these. And my Charizard Galactic X, it just makes Charizard look scary and dark, and it's awesome. Just love it. These were one of the cards I did not like. They were such a pain and a hassle to find and get that once you had one, they weren't worth it. You could barely use them in battle because they were two parts. You know which ones I'm talking about. Legends. The only legend I've ever collected is a Ho-Oh, upper half. My cousin got a full one, and I was jealous instantly. But he's also 8. So, that's what he spends all of his money on. Well, gaming systems are. Like, who isn't excited for X and Y? And speaking of gaming systems, I think everyone was excited for the black and white cards. So I have the white Reshiram here. Well, it's not. Well, it is white, but you know what I'm talking about out there. And I'm not sure if I like these. They were just cards that were an expansion off of the new ones. They looked just like the regular cards. So, and now they're doing the black and white Plasma Freeze. I have a deck here that I just got today. I opened it just so I wouldn't have to open it on camera, which is a pain, which I will be doing in a minute. But they just just look normal. I got a Trico, Parshu, the other electric mouse, a Litwick. I was not happy with that. I don't like the Kendall Pokemon. It's too common. A Dino, that's actually pretty cool. I like the Hydreigon, especially in Pokemon Gates to Infinity. I got a Horsey, so that's cool. I always liked Horsey. Got a Seadra, that's awesome. Shiny too. Now only if I got a Kingdra. I got a Kecleon. I don't know if I said that right, but I liked him because he was really fun to catch in Emeralds. And the special card is a Plasma Jolteon. This is my first Plasma card, so I think it's pretty sweet. Really quite like that. Got a Nidorino. It's surrounded by ice, so it makes me think it's in battle. That's cool. And a Seadra. It's the same one I got earlier, just not shiny. Well, you know what I mean. Shiny card, not actual shiny Pokemon. I would also like to talk about shiny Pokemon while I'm here. The shiny Pokemon were one thing I wasn't sure I liked because of the fact that they were just so hard to find. And once you found them, they were just insane, and everyone was jealous. But in the games, everyone cheated to get them. The 2 shinies I got one so good, it makes up for the awful one I got. It took me a while, but I got a golden Charmander. I now have a level 100 Black Charizard, which, like, seriously, who wouldn't want that? And the other awful shiny I talked about is a Bidoof. You can imagine my disappointment. So, on another note, there were shiny cards. There were Star. I really quite like those. They were quite neat. I have a Pikachu Star here, which is orange. I know it's not super great, slightly darker, but I have a few others that I think you'll like. I have a Suicune Star, but it seems to have gone missing, which is really bugging me because I really like Suicune. The whole Celebi movie was cool. And speaking of Celebi, a red Celebi. Well, it's like a pinkish color in the games, but it's pretty cool. Like, who wouldn't like that? Like, the red Genesect is cool, but I think that the Rumble U characters, which didn't come to Canada, so that really bugged me. I really wanted those. I was excited for that. That they should have done a big booster pack where you could get the Genesects. And they shouldn't have been $4. They should have been significantly cheaper. Like, they should have had them in vending machines for a limited time. Made them $2. That would have been more fair. Checked Amazon today. $260 just for a single, like for the pack of 18 of them with a white Kyurem. I prefer black Kyurem, so I might just get that one myself. Might as well. And my favorite shiny I have ever collected. I got it out of a trade. My friend didn't get it. He thought it was counterfeit, but to his chagrin, it's not. I present to you one of my favorite cards. My shiny Groudon. It's gold. You've seen it in one of my earlier videos. It makes me so happy. He was angry at me after that. But I'm also going to talk about movie cards. I know that sounds stupid, but do you guys remember Destiny Deoxys? Yeah, it came with a Deoxys. You would hope so. And I got the Entei out of Pokemon Movie 3, so that was cool. And do you remember at the very end of Pokemon 2000 how it showed that guy with Ancient Mew? Yeah, got one too. I got it off my British friend in a trade, so it's in really bad condition, so I've kept it in his sleeve this whole time. Might be worth something. I don't really care. It's not for trades. I'm also going to talk about tins. If everyone remembers Pokemon tins, those were pretty sweet. I have a Generation 2 Pokemon tin that's not like the others. I know it's weird and not quite right, but it came with the 3 starters and all their evolutions, so that was pretty cool. My second tin, I got the No, I didn't get the Tyranitar tin. I got the Camerupt tin. So, that was pretty cool. It came with one of the Sinnoh starters. I know that sounds weird, but I think it was like a bootleg thing. I got it offline. So, my next tin was the Regigigas tin. They're starting to get better. The display case is looking better. The tins look cooler. Even the back's sweet. I also got the Heatran tin, but that's another show. I also got this tin. This was my favorite of the 3 evolutions. Magnum, just so great. As you can see, it's also the card of the day. As EX, this is one of I really liked Magnum. That's why I loved Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Especially because they followed you. That was just the greatest thing. I have a Rayquaza following me, so it's hard to go wrong with that. Up next, I have this. This is the Delta Species one. The Rayquaza, not Delta Species, EX, X, whatever they are now. I don't even know. It was the Galactic X. So this was the Galactic Charizard that I showed you earlier. I also got the Rayquaza, but never the Garchomp, because it was so common in my school. Everyone had it. Nobody had the other 2, so I have the Garchomp, but I just traded for that. So I have that, and I have a pack to show you. You guys remember the original with the cardboard backs. These are the new ones. I picked this up today, actually. They're pretty sweet, actually. I'm very happy with the way they did this. You just slide open the top, if I can do this without totally messing it up. More or less I did. Then you slide out the package. There you go. And these cardboards can be recycled, so that's pretty cool. After so many years of playing the game, you learn how to open these very skillfully. I used to be able to get them so that they would lie completely flat and have the deck of cards in the middle. I'll see if I can do it for you guys again. Just will take a second. Nope. Wait, yes. Nope, screwed it up. Sorry about that. I have the card for the online game that I'm not going to show you, so I can actually play it. I got a Temple. That's... nah. No complaints. Got a Beldum. I don't know what's with all the ice in these new Pokemon, but... Oh, it's the Plasma Freeze. That makes sense. Even the Voltorb has ice. Another Parshu, exact same version. This is pretty cool. Cacnea. Who didn't like that? I am very, very happy with this next card. Mr. Mime, look at him. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to save this one till the end. These two till the end, because they're just so awesome. I'm never lucky in booster packs. Thank God it's on video. Got a Mauville. Excited for that. Nope, that is the Lantern. Mauville's the next card. Excited for the Megalution of this. So I got a Vaporeon too. I wonder if they're just doing all the different evolutions. And I think the highlight of this makes me very happy because I've never gotten one of these new ones. Got a Latios EX. These are the first ones I've bought in the whole Plasma Freeze series. So, no complaints here. So, that's it today, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, the Pokemon of the day is Magnum EX. Thanks for watching.